Morning, Rashwan. Morning, Dahrug.
Hello,
Morning.
morning, miss.
Just admitting other people.
Good morning, Mr.
Morning. Not morning. Summer. Yahuda. Yahuda. Mashali. Mashali. Summer. Maya. Okay. So there are 15 participants so far, plus me, 15 plus me. I have Rashwan, Dahrug, Matar, Daniel, Gamal, Luigi, Maya, Minna, Omar, Basant, Peter, Summer, and Hania. Okay, Hania, Yusuf Mesheli. Okay, so as I said, there are 16 students in addition to me. If you remember yesterday, we started asking questions about the partner's tale. We reached up to line 270. If you remember, Hania volunteered to write us
ازيك يا مستر؟
questions and answers on the board. Good morning. And now we're going to complete the questions. Today we're going to have question and answer about the partner's tale. I have a question here.
Mr.
Yes, Basan.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but Kiki just said that he has no electricity at his home.
He has what?
The electricity is out.
No problem. This is El Kiki.
Yes.
Okay, and Myrna is on her way to Cairo, I think. She's traveling. She's not going to join us. No problem.
I think her and Mariam.
Okay, Myrna told me she's traveling, but Mariam hasn't told me anything. No problem. Okay.
I'll tell Mariam to tell you.
Okay. Maybe she did on the mobile because the mobile is away. I'll get it. Check. Mariam. Okay. Let's start. I have a question here about lines. Can you see the screen now? Can you see the screen, guys?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Lines 273 and 274. The poet here is talking about the youngest writer. Who can tell me anything he or she knows about the youngest writer? What do you know about the youngest writer? Percent, okay. Go ahead.
The youngest writer was the one who I think drew the longest stick, and he went to get bread and wine, but he got poison from the apothecary, and he put it in 2 of the wine bottles.
Thank you. So the youngest writer is the one who drew the longest, as she said, straw, and he went to give them some food and then poison this food and drink and kill the 2 other ones. Okay, thank you, Basan. The question here is, after reading these 2 lines, I read them for you. For this young man was utterly content. Content means happy, as you know. En français, content. For this young man was utterly means really. He was really content to kill them both, to kill the 2 other ones, and never to repent. He didn't regret doing this. The question is, what effect has greed on the youngest writer? What effect has greed had on the youngest writer? He, as you can see, he is greedy. In a way or another, he is greedy. What effect does or has greed had on him? I have two raised hands, Luigi's and Peter's. Okay, I'll take Luigi's first. Luigi, sorry.
It made him kill both his friends and want to take the money all for
Perfect.
himself.
Perfect. He is greedy, and greed drove him to kill the two other ones without any repentance, without any hesitation. Okay, he didn't hesitate. The answer I have here, if some of you want to write after me, the question again is, what effect has greed had on the youngest rioter? Rioter, for those who are online, are IOTER. Again, what effect has greed had on the youngest rioter? The answer is, he is willing to kill the other two without hesitation. Again, he is willing to kill the other two without hesitation. Uh, Remember, guys, that this story takes place during a time when people died in large numbers. Who can remind me died of what? People at that time were dying in large numbers. Can you remind me why? I have three raised hands. I'll take Peter this time. Peter,
Yes, they died of plague.
perfect. Large number. We said that between 1347 and 1351. More than one third of the nation died of the black or this plague. So I have another question. What effect, the question is, what effect do you think this has on the rioter? That a large number of people died in the plague. What do you think, or what effect do you think this has on the rioter? When you have a large number of people dying around you, did this have any effect on the rioter? I'd like to welcome Jana Sabh. Hello.
Mister, I'm sorry for being late.
No problem, Jan. So the man decided to kill the other two ones. Has or what effect do you think this or these circumstances have on him? Any answer? Or the question is not clear? Guys, a large number, more than one third of the nation died at that time. What effect does this have on the writer? Okay, no answer. I'll say the answer. Maybe because death was common at that time, it didn't trouble him to take a life. He killed two people without hesitation, as we said. Why? Because a large number of people were dying around him. So he didn't hesitate to kill the other two ones. Got it, guys? Because a large number of people were dying at that time, he didn't hesitate to kill the other two ones. I have something related to vocab here. Who can remind me of the meaning of the word apothecary? Maya, can you hear me? Maya? Maya and Salma?
Yes,
Maya?
sir, I can. Yes.
Any idea what the word apothecary means? No, right?
It means pharmacist or druggist.
Yes. A pharmacist or a druggist. So the first three letters, apo, A-P-O, are originally Latin, and they mean apo. Apo, any word beginning with these three letters, it means away or off or separate. طيب, what the meaning of apothecary? Apothecary means the person who puts things away. The person may be because an apothecary puts things on shelves in his pharmacy or something like that. He is called apothecary. Again, an apothecary is someone who puts away prescriptions. That is, he stores them. He stores prescriptions or medicines in a specific place. He puts them away, and this is how this word was coined. You know, when we coin a word, we make it or started. Apothecary is a person who puts things away, maybe medicines, prescriptions in stores or on the shelves in his pharmacy and so on. Guys, can you give me any other words beginning with apo, A-P-O? I think this is an easy job. Can you think of any word beginning with the three letters apo, which means separate or off or away?
Apocalypse.
Okay.
Apology.
Apology. Perfect. Okay, Shahri Tamim, you want to say some?
Yes, I said the apocalypse.
Okay. Hania, you said Hania Yauta got
Apostrophe.
apostrophe. Perfect. Maybe because an apostrophe,
Apologetic.
apologetic, apology. I have here apostle, apostrophe, apology. Yes, as you said, all these words begin with the syllable apo, which means away or off or separate. Let's move on to page or the next page. And here we have a photo. I'd like to focus on it or stop here. I have a question here. What does this illustration, who do you think this, or what do you think this skeleton, can you see the skeleton? It's a person who looks like a skeleton, represent. Who do you think this skeleton, or what do you think this skeleton represent? Okay, whoever you can answer.
Death. Death. Death.
Thank you. Death. Yes. Who do you think the man in the middle is? A man with
The partner.
a purse of money, maybe in this blue purse in his right hand, there is money or gold, right? And the other person is taking this from him. So what do you think?
The partner واحد.
Maybe the partner.
And someone.
Type another answer, please. Another answer. Who do you think the man in the middle here, the man in red, is?
The younger brother.
The younger, not brother, the youngest writer, you mean?
Yes.
The youngest writer. I don't know how to minimize the screen. Can anybody tell me how? I don't have.
I think from the top you have the
okay.
plus sign and the minus.
I found it. Thank you. Yes, it's at the top of the screen. Okay, so this, guys, is a money lender. Who can tell me what a money lender is? Who can define the money lender? Okay, I have 3 raised hands. Yeah, Uta?
Sorry, I'm still. I forgot to lower it.
No problem. Type. Peter, what is a money lender?
Someone who lends people money and they return it back with an increased amount.
Or extra fees or extra interest, right? I'll give you 1,000 pounds. You need this money,
Yeah.
and you'll give it back to me 1,500. So I make money easily. And this is something illegal. And you know, people in the past used to do this, and they used to earn much money, let's say exploiting the needs of the poor people. Okay, I have a question here on the right. What does this illustration say about the relationship between material wealth and death? Because we have money here and death is waiting. So why do you think death is standing behind the money lender? And as you can see, he's holding him from his right arm.
Maybe the person who is borrowing the money could possibly die in debt to this person.
Okay.
Or
the money lender himself will die because death is something. Yes. Money lender here feels happy and rejoiced. He rejoices giving money to the man because he's going to make money, right? At the same moment, death is here to take the life of the money lender. So this is the question. What does this illustration say about the relationship between material wealth The man is making money by lending it to the poor person. And death. Okay. Here he may be thinking about how much money he will gain, the money lender, when the borrower pays back the loan, and may not have noticed that death has come to take his life. Okay. Sometimes we enjoy doing something, we enjoy doing or committing sins. At the same time, death takes our lives. It happens every day, right? Okay. Let's move on to line 3013. And I have a question here. Literally analysis on the right. Allegory. In addition to avarice. In addition to avarice. Is Salma here? Salma? Salma, no. Salma hasn't joined us yet. Okay. Maya again. Maya. Maya.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know the meaning of the word avarice? A-V-A-R-I-C-E.
Mister, can I answer?
As she's just looking it up, give her a chance. She's online. Okay. Okay.
Mister, can you repeat the word?
Avarice. Can you see it here? A-V-A-R-I-C-E. Avarice. I'll maximize the screen. Avarice, this word. Okay, Danielle, go ahead.
Extreme greed for wealth or material gain.
Yes, and greed. When you are greedy, you want more and more, right? When you are greedy, you want more and more. We said that the main lesson of this tale or story, Maya, is that avarice or greed is the evil of all, the root of all evil. Okay, and here we have an allegory which let's say warns us against avarice. In addition to avarice or greed, again or against what sins does the exemplum preach in lines 319 and to 323? Let's read them. 319 here to 323. O cursed sin, O blackguardly excess, O treacherous homicide, O wickedness, O gluttony that lasted on the diced or on and diced, O blasphemy that took the name of Christ, with habit-hardened oaths that pride began. So what other sins does this or these lines reflect? I have 4 raised hands. Okay, Rashwan.
Yes.
You want to answer?
Yes. Maybe pride.
Where is pride exactly here? We have them mentioned in name here. We have type.
Homicide. Sorry. Homicide and gluttony and blasphemy.
Yes, gluttony. Gluttony is like greed, eating a lot, or homicide means killing or murder, right? So
yes.
we have homicide, gluttony. Here we have blasphemy. You know what blasphemy is, and where is yes, and pride, right? I didn't see pride. Yes, you are right, and we have pride here. Thank you, Abdurrahman. So we have 4 other sins rather than greed. We have again homicide, which means murder, gluttony, blasphemy, and pride. If you look here on the right, we have another question, reading check. What explanation does the writer give to the apothecary for buying the poison? When the youngest writer went to the apothecary, he gave him a reason for buying the poison. What did he say to him? I still have 3 raised hands, Rashwan's, Maya's, and Minna's. Maya, do you want to answer? Basant. Okay. Maya, do you want to answer?
No, I raised my hand from the previous question.
So, Minna this time. Minna?
He said he needs to kill some rats.
Yes. he said he needs to kill rats and another wild animal, which is a polecat, Polecat, that takes his chickens. A polecat, Pole, another يبقى rats, and this wild animal. And indeed, Maya, he wanted to kill the other two guys, the other two rioters. Okay, Maya, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I focus on you. I think because you are the only online student with us now. Nada is not here. Salma is not here. Omar, can you hear me? Omar is here.
Yes, yes, I'm with you.
Okay, هشتغل بقى عليك بقى انت ومايا. Sorry. Okay, I'll turn over. I'll go to the last page, I think, or the last few lines of the poem. Here I have a question. Give me a second. Let's go to the critical reading here at the end. Okay, let's discuss these questions together. Question 1. Who wants to answer question 1? Sorry. No, minimize it a little bit. Okay. Question 1. Were you surprised by the fate of the writers? Omar, do you know what happened to the writers, the three writers?
Mister, can I answer?
Wait, please, Omar.
No, yes.
Do you know what happened to the three writers? طيب. Omar and Maya in brief. This is a tale, a story, okay, about three, let's say, rioters. A rioter is a person whose behavior is not good. He doesn't obey the laws. These three rioters quickly were sitting in a pub drinking alcohol in the early morning, or maybe late at night. A coffin carrying a dead person passes by the door of this pub. One of them asks the waiter about who is in this coffin. The waiter answers him, he is an old friend of yours. Okay? A thief called Death came and stole or killed him. The three of them swear to find this thief, Death, and kill him. And they swear oaths to defend and help and cooperate with each other. The three of them set off, and before this, the owner of this pub tells them that the same thief, the same person, killed about 1,000 people in a nearby village about a mile away. He killed men, women, old, young, rich, poor. He killed everyone. Talking about Death, this thief. They start their journey to find this thief, to kill him, because he killed their friend, old friend, and a large number of people. And halfway to this village, they met an old man, and they talked to him improperly, but the man talked to him wisely. They said to him, "Make way, man, we want to pass. Why don't you die? Why are you still alive?" He said, "Because no one wants to exchange his young age with my old age, and Death himself doesn't want to take my life, and my mother Earth doesn't want to let me go inside her. Earth doesn't want me, Death doesn't want to take my life, and nobody wants to give me his young age for my old age. And you, young men, will become old and you will have your turn." And they said to him, "Before we let you go, we heard you talking about Death. Where is this person? You both, you and Death, want to kill us." But he said to them, "You can find Death over there under that tree." They went to the tree. Omar and Maya, are you following up?
Yes, yes.
Sorry, I'm telling the story.
Yes.
They went to the tree, but instead of fighting Death or that thief whom they wanted to kill, they found a lot of gold, a lot of gold. At this moment, they forgot about Death and they started to think of the gold. They wanted to have this gold for themselves. Omar and Maya, how many people do we have here? How many writers are we talking about?
3.
3. فthey agreed to take this gold for themselves, but it was still daytime. If they take the gold for themselves, the people will consider them a gang or robbers, and maybe they will be killed for this. They decided to wait until night falls and transfer this gold to one of their houses. Okay, but until night comes, they were hungry and thirsty. They wanted to send one of them to town to get them some food and drink. Okay, guys? Tab, who will go to get the food and drink? We had something like a toss. Okay, 3 sticks. We have 3 sticks. The person who will choose the longest one will go and find us or get us food and drink. The youngest of them, the youngest writer, drew the longest stick, and he went to town to get them food. Now, the three are divided into 2 teams. The man who went to get the food said to himself, "Why don't I have all this gold for myself? And I can poison the other two and get everything for myself. If I have all this gold for myself, I'll be the happiest person on earth." At the same time, in the same way, the other two ones said, "Why don't we both have this gold for ourselves? Each one will have half of it instead of 1/3. We will be happier for sure. We can kill the youngest rioter. How can we kill him? When he comes back, we can have some fun, like playing a game of fighting or wrestling, and both of them can stab him with their daggers and kill him." Okay, let's go back to the youngest writer. He went to the apothecary in town and said to him, "I have some rats and a polecat which annoy me all the time. I want to get rid of them. I need a very strong poison." The man, the apothecary or the pharmacist said, "This poison can kill a man, a strong man, in no time." The youngest writer took the poison and bought 3 bottles from another street and put poison in 2 of the bottles and left the third without poison. It's for himself. Okay? And went back to his friends. When he arrived, they both did what they agreed to do. They stabbed him, one from front and one from back, and killed him. And they sat down to eat and drink the poisoned food and drink, and they died next to him. So the 3 of them are dead now under the tree. So the old man who told them that death is there under this tree, as Hania said yesterday, yes, death was waiting for them under the tree because the 3 of them died under the tree. This is the story in brief. Okay, Omar and Maya?
Okay, Ustad.
So the question here is, were you surprised by the fate of the writers?
No.
You weren't. You expected that they will die this way?
No, I expected that they will die in general, but not die this way.
Why?
Because they are going to face death anyway. But death is probably going to kill them before they kill him.
But that soon? Did you
Tony.
die that soon? Ham.
No.
Okay. So another answer, please. Basant, were you surprised by the fate of them?
Not at all.
Why not?
The story itself is for the partner to show the yokels that he's telling the story to about the effects of greed. So it's no surprise that they would face a terrible outcome when they wanted to face death.
But the same question, did you expect it to happen so soon?
Not that soon. I thought the story would go on for a little longer.
Yeah.
But I expected them to all die.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's move on to question 2A. When the story opens, what are the writers doing and what captures their attention? Omar, the story I've just told at the beginning of the story, what are the writers doing? Omar? Okay, Maya, again.
Yes.
At the beginning of the story, what are the writers doing and what captures, what attracts their attention?
They were sitting together,
Where
and then
sitting there and doing what? They were drinking.
they were drinking alcohol,
Yes.
and then
Mm.
they saw like a grave tomb. I don't remember the word. A
COFF.
coffin.
A coffin is the box in which a dead body is carried. COFFIN. A coffin carried or passing by.
They saw a coffin that grabbed their attention.
Yes. Okay. So the writers are drinking. A coffin passing by captured their attention. Thank you, Mai. Question 2B. What sort of people are they? Explain how you know. What sort of people are they? Explain how you know. I have two raised hands. Okay, Rashwan. I have Rashwan, Basant, and Peter. I'll take Rashwan first. Rashwan, what sort of people are they? Monsieur Rashwan? Abdu? Okay, Abdu is sleeping.
لا لا انا هنا انا هنا.
Sleeping. Okay, Abdu. Abdu's lost again. Okay, we'll take Peter. Peter.
لا يا مستر موجود ثواني بس ثانية.
Wait, Abdurrahman. Peter will answer. Take your time. Peter.
They are greedy people.
They are. What
Greedy.
sort of people are they? Are they good people, bad people?
Troublemakers and greedy.
Yes, thank you. They are troublemakers, as Peter said it. What sort of people are they? Explain how you know.
Because this is the definition of rioters.
Okay, and they drink before 9 in the morning. Imagine that a person is drinking late at night or in the early morning at dawn, right? They said before the morning bell or the service bell, I don't remember, which was too early to drink, right? So as Peter said, they are troublemakers, and I know from the way they or the time they are drinking, they are drinking in the early morning. Question 3, the partner, the teller of this story, the storyteller, the partner, and Maya and Omar, a partner is a person who pardons people from their sins. He is authorized from the Pope, from the church, to sell people some relics, some fake relics, and get their money. And he said about himself, I am greedy. I take the money of the people by telling them emotional stories using my body language skillfully, and I take the money from whoever I meet, even a widow with 5 or 6 children opening their mouths hungry. I take the money from even this woman. The partner is quite open about the manipulative use to which he puts the tale. Do the partner's reasons for telling the story detract from its moral truth? Explain. Again, do the partner's reasons for telling the story detract from its moral truth? Yani, does the way he tells it makes us forget the moral truth? Any answer? The time he tells the story about greed, he himself is greedy.
Can I answer?
Okay, Basant, go ahead.
Even though he's telling the story for all the wrong reasons, the point and the moral of the story still stands.
Okay. Maybe the impact is dulled by the by his hypocrisy, or the effect of the lesson is dull, is not welcomed, or his story doesn't affect the people positively, because he himself, the aim of the tale is, or the moral of the tale is, greed is the root of all evil, as we say. But he himself telling them that he is greedy and he takes the money from whoever, sorry, he meets, makes the aim of the story dull, okay, or not clear. Type. Question 4, extend. The tale refers to the time of the plague. What does the tale suggest about the effect or the effects of such a disaster on society? We said that the story is about the time of the plague, 1347, 1351. What does the tale, the story, suggest about the effects of such a disaster on society? Danielle, go ahead.
Because it makes people either good or at least careful, so that they are aware of this.
Perfect. Okay. And I read the answer I have here just to save time because we still have 3 minutes before the end of this session. It seems that the constant reminder of death, every day, every second, people die around you because it's a plague. More than 1/3 of the nation died in this plague, as we said. But it seemed that the constant reminder of death makes people either very good, as Danielle said, or at least careful because they are aware of death, or very bad, but they are very good because they are aware of death, or very bad as they try to forget about or think to cheat death. Some of them, some people, although they know that death is very near, they try to cheat death or in a way or another. Type. Can stories such as this one encourage people to behave well even in time of crisis? Yani can such a
Can I answer?
teach people? Who are you, dear? Who wants to answer?
Jannah.
Jana? Okay, Jana. I'll read the question again.
Yeah.
Can stories like this one encourage people to behave well when in times of crisis? This is your opinion.
Yes, I think yes. Because they will know like their fate, what will happen if they became greedy, for example.
Okay, they know that death is not far from them, so this may encourage them to behave way, right?
Yes.
In a good way, or they follow the morals and so on. Type. Make a judgment. Question 5. This is the last question. Quickly, do you think the desire of for gain is ultimately destructive, as the partner's tale suggests, or can it lead to positive consequences? Explain. If you want to gain, is it destructive all the time, or sometimes it has some positive consequences? This is your opinion, guys. This is your judgment. Answers? Type. I'll answer it quickly. Okay, Basant, wait. I'll read the answer I have here, and this is your opinion. The desire for gain purely for the love of gain is destructive. If you want to gain for the love of gain only, this is destructive. The desire for gain at the expense of others or through questionable actions is also destructive. The desire for legitimate and reasonable gain through diligent work, hard work, is not destructive. Thank you very much.